Hey, what's up, folks? Long time no see. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to a short episode of the Rich Buddy live show. Welcome. It's just going to be me today. Bud is occupied and unable to join me, but I didn't want to not do a show because I did pick up a watch finally yesterday. So let's talk about that a little bit. Well, I feel a little rusty, to be honest, a lot rusty. Haven't done this in a long time. So let's see what we got. So yesterday, I finally got a long-awaited phone call. Let's see if we got any folks to join us here. In the Omega Boutique. We finally got the call from the Omega Boutique. And there it is. Finally. Took 2.5 years in the making. 2.5 years? I'm sorry. 2.5 years, right? Yeah. To get this watch. But I finally got it. Finally came through. And when I was at the boutique, I had them change out the strap to the Aaron Bespoke strap. Check it out. See that? So what have you guys been up to? I've been dealing with a terrible degenerating spine, and it's just very difficult for me to do these live streams any longer. I'm going to check out the comments in a minute, see if anybody's shot any comments. Right now I'm looking at these photos with you guys though. But man, I got to tell you, I'm just trying to do things around the home to keep me occupied. You know, a little bit of work, but not so much. But just keeping busy with the young kids, you know. We got into reptiles lately. My son found a turtle in the alley. So we've got a turtle. We've got some bugs. We're getting a bearded dragon and maybe a snake. So I've been going to the swap meet and buying stuff and building stuff, doing little easy home to do projects to keep me occupied and busy. Bought a couple of a few bins to put the animals in and wash them and just different stuff. Keep busy. Any of you guys have any reptiles? It's not something I've ever done before. I've only had a cat and a dog. But finding the turtle forced me into some new ventures. As a matter of fact, there's one of the bins I bought at the swap meet in this picture. Let the turtle, we put a couple of lava rocks in it with some water and let the turtle swim around in it. But I built an outside cage with like chicken coop fence sort of and stuff. but that's just like a temporary place to put them. Or I don't know, the bearded dragon. We're gonna probably get a bearded dragon in a week or two, so we're getting all ready for that. Maybe I'll start a reptile channel. So I'm really happy with this watch, though, I can tell you that. It looks really, really great on the strap. Here, check it out. Let me show you. I like the silver color in the canvas strap. Really works well with the so you know, cameras not so great, whatever. So you know, the strap was made by Aaron Bespoke Custom Straps. I picked the artwork myself, and sent it to him and said, if you can put these 3 characters on the strap for me, these are the characters that I want on the strap. Get some more light on it there. Sorry about the non-focusing ability. I didn't even take the sticker off the back yet. You know, that's going to be one of those things. I don't know. I'll take it off eventually, I suppose. I love the strap that I had made for this, though. The folks at Omega Boutique love the strap too. They loved the strap. They thought it was really cool. And the color. They loved the color, especially like I do. It's like a silver. Man, I can't believe I finally got this in my hand. You know, everybody and their mother got this watch before me. You know, Bud got this watch, but he's a big banger. You know, we can talk about that a little bit. You know, Bud the Stud's a big spender, and he buys a lot of watches. You guys know that. Was it the last show that I did where he shared his gem-studded watch? Look, that watch that Bud the Stud picked up is, if you didn't see my last video or the video before, that's all we showcase is that watch that he picked up. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, it's the holy grail of holy grails. I don't think there's a better watch out there than that watch, in my opinion, to desire or want. You know, I mean, you can go crazy complications and stuff like that if you're into that thing, but I'm just into a nice watch. It doesn't have to have all that stuff, you know. As a matter of fact, my watches don't have so many complications, as a matter of fact. So, but for the average guy like me who is into buying luxury watches, I mean, you know, the average luxury watch buyer, right? Not the average guy probably can't buy luxury watches all the time, but the average luxury watch buyer, I mean, I am a regular Joe Schmo, and I can't certainly buy these like I used to in my current predicament. So what I'm saying is that you have to wait for these when you're a regular guy and you don't, you know, buy all the gems and bells and whistles at the shops, I guess, or you need to know somebody really well. But, you know, I guess this shows you that if you are patient and you put your name in somewhere, I guess at some point, if they take you seriously, you'll get your order filled, I suppose. it didn't quite work out that way with me and Turno when it came down to my Patek 5167-1 Aquanaut. But, you know, in hindsight now, reflecting on it, with Patek Philippe booting all of those retailers out of the loop, I don't think Turno is going to be able to sell Patek anymore, right? I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm fairly certain of that. So once, if that hasn't happened already, you know, the chances they weren't going to be getting me that Aquanaut anyway. So there you go. I was never going to see that Aquanaut. But we're past that because we ended up making the decision to go to FPJourne, right? We're going to FPJourne now, right? So this is a manual wind watch. Now, I'm going to be honest. It's been so long since I've taken a look at this watch that I kind of forgot if it was a manual wind or an auto. So I, when I was out at dinner last night wearing this watch, right after I picked it up from the boutique, I texted Bud the stud and I asked him, I said, hey man, you know, is this without me touching my watch, I just want to ask you if this is a manual wind or an automatic. I don't remember. And yeah, it's a manual wind. So, you know, the big deal on this one is the spacecraft that disappears behind the moon, representing the nearly failed mission. I know you guys have all seen it, so it's not a big deal to go over this watch anymore. When I bought it, the month it came out, a couple of months after it came out, we went over this thing. So we got some comments now to go over. Good. Let's some built up. Thomas Burnett. Hey Thomas, how are you? How are you, Mr. Burnett? Yeah, isn't that crazy? Finally got this puppy. Isn't that crazy? I mean, you know, Thomas, it's been April 2019 since I acquired a watch. My last watch was my Daytona. That was my last watch pickup. That was my last watch pickup in 2019, April. So what's that? 19 to 20, 20 to 21, 21 to 22, 22 to 23, 4 years. So it's literally been 4 years, May, June, 4 years and 2 months since I've gotten a new watch in my hand. 4 years and 2 months ago, I got this watch, which really satisfied me for quite a bit, mind you. Right? Wouldn't this satisfy you for quite the time? It did for myself. So, you know, at least I went out with a banger, you know, VIP Rolex status with my name on this card. You know, went out with a banger on this one, you know. So I wear this one a lot. So I mean 4 years and 2 months, and when did I order that? Man, I don't even remember now. To be honest, I'm going to pull up the damn receipt. Let's pull up the receipt. I'm going to at least look at it here real quick, just to look at the date of when I purchased it. Because, you know, I prepaid this dang thing. And There it is. October 5th, 2020. So there you go. So I got my Daytona April of 2019, and then a year and a half later, so I waited a year and a half to pull the trigger on another purchase. That's fair, right? And we prepaid this bad boy $10,344 out the door. And where are we now? 2023. So 2021, 2022, so 2.5 years from when I ordered and paid for this in full. And you know what? They made me pay the price increase. So when I went and picked this up last night, I had to pay an extra $420 or $460, something like that. So they actually made me pay the price increase. You believe that? McLovin, what's up? Yeah, party time. Yeah. Beware of snakes. Wow, I remember when you got the strap and now the long-awaited Snoopy. Yeah. Yeah, I got that strap. I had Aaron at Custom, I guess at Aaron Straps. I had Aaron at Aaron Straps, Combat Straps. If you need to know where to get the straps made, these were made in Canada, and I had them shipped here to the United States, and it wasn't a big deal. And I think I paid between $400 and $500 for this strap. This was more expensive than the other couple of straps I've gotten from him because of the custom artwork. But you know, you can't deny that it is beautiful. And one of the things that was really remarkable that I never noticed until I actually tried to put the strap on for the first time, and then the boutique manager mentioned it too. He said, "Wow, that strap is wonderfully robust." You know, I mean, if you look at how thick it is, it's thick. You see that? Look how thick that strap is. Like, no playing games here. Really thick strap. I mean, if you like in comparison, he made Aaron made me a man, I'm getting all hyped up about talking about watches again, man. I kind of thought I had no interest in them again like this, to be honest. I've just been in so much back pain. I really don't give a fuck about nothing no more. So here's this is good. This is good. So here, check this out. Look how thin this is in comparison. So he made this strap for me as well, but this one's ostrich, and this one is canvas. Let me see if I can put them together without scratching anything. I'll put them this way. There we go. Maybe that will show it. Not scratching anything too much. He makes them pretty thick, but there's a significant difference still. You see that? Wow, that's a thick strap. Yeah, you can see how thick that strap is. It really adds a lot of. It makes it really. I mean, the watch is what it is. It's a beautiful watch in itself, but I really think this strap makes the watch for me. It's crazy. It like really makes it. Let's go to the next comment here. What's up, Mr. Rizzo? Thank you. Yeah, you know, man, I burned a lot of time with this stupid turtle, man. And I burned so much time, and to be honest, I made the damn thing a palace with my kid, and we made it so big that I said, holy crap, we might as well get something else in here for you guys to play with and for me to play with too, I guess. So I kind of went overboard and we bought a bunch of shit, stuff that we may need, stuff we may not need, stuff I don't even know where to put it, like that big tray I showed you. Where the fuck am I going to put that thing? Right now it's just sitting up against the tree. I'm making a mess for my wife in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, Florida, man. You could just go in your backyard and pick these up. You don't even need to buy one. But there's a reptile convention here in Anaheim on July 8th that we're gonna go to, and that's where we're gonna pick up a bearded dragon. But man, to be honest, I'm a little scared to pick it up though, because the turtle, you can leave the dang thing and forget about him, and nothing's gonna happen to him. But the bearded dragon, you really have to like feed him 3 times a day and take care of him and stuff. So I'm just a little scared we're not going into something that's too much of a commitment. Man, I'll tell you what, Mr. Johnny Smith, that's the one that's going to be coming in next. I'm anticipating. So right. So the Havana, now that this Omega's come in, I kind of feel like that Havana is going to be coming. So I started like, and to be honest, trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for that thing. How am I going to pay for that Havana, to be honest? So I'm trying to figure that out, John Smith. I got to get it no matter what, right? Because the thing's worth double what I'm being charged for it. So, I mean, look at that. Isn't that spiffy? I can't believe I got a new watch. Like the camera's opposite, so I keep going the wrong way. I haven't gotten used to that yet, I guess. This is a fun one. With the kids' cartoon stuff on it. This is like a fun watch. I mean, I kind of feel lucky that I have a couple of young kids, especially a 5-year-old. We go to Knott's Berry Farm and Disneyland, and so I can wear this kind of stuff and not feel a little weird, so I can have fun with the kids. This is my only fun watch, really, right? I don't have anything like this that has any eccentric any like this has the Snoopy on the dial itself, right? I don't have nothing like that. This the silver, man, this silver really works well. The canvas color here really works well with the silver sheen dial. How amazing. What a great job, Aaron. Thank you very much. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing really well. That 861, which I got right here, I gotta tell you, I don't think I can ever part with that watch. That 861 is just special. I feel like it's a lot more special than anyone would even realize, because lots of watch collectors and watch professionals, in my opinion, they think they know what a transitional Omega is. In my opinion, they're wrong. They don't know what it is because, as you know, they call every 861 under the sun from that time period a transitional, which they're not. They're literally calling it to transitional because it's the model in between the other two models. You get it? So they're saying it's the that's why they're calling it the transitional, because it's the model in between the other two speed model references. But that's not why it's called a transitional. It's like somewhere over time, the meaning of why it was what the transitional watch was got lost, and it was this watch, it was this many watches, and when they decided to make it an entire reference number of what's in between the other two, now it's all of these watches, which it isn't. But a real collector knows that the 861 transitional is very few and far between to find, and I'll be damned if you'll find one. If you try, good luck. And if you do find one, you're probably going to pay the same as any other transitional that's out there, because the seller isn't going to probably know any different. Oh, here's what they made me pay extra. And I'll and if you don't remember, I'll show you and tell you how to tell the difference between a real transitional and a so-called transitional. $431 they made me pay more. So $10,775 out the door. The $10,000 plus 7.75% sales tax. Basically what it came down to. I've gotten a little bit of swag before. To be honest, you want to laugh. The only company of all the companies that have ever given me swag is Ball. You see where it says Ball on there? Ball. And they actually gave me something nice. Right? A watch table piece to lay your watches on, right? I mean, that's actually something nice. He gave it to me right there from the store counter. I mean, hey, that's cool. I don't have nothing else from anybody, except Omega finally gave me something. I just said, hey, man, if you're going to give me something, if you're going to make me pay the dang price increase, at least throw something my way, right? They gave me a red Omega cap, which it's kind of ugly. But he did say there's a really cool black and gray Speedmaster cap that has the moon on it that he promises next time one comes in, he's going to save it for me. Oh, so let's get that Omega transitional thing out of the way real quick. I wore that into the shop yesterday, so it's in here still. It's in here. And check that out, huh? I've never had my watches come with anything before, and lo and behold, this Omega watch comes with a loop. I'll be damned if I know how to take it out. Ooh. So here's the Omega, a real transitional right here. And
And of course, the way you know it's a real transitional is right there. That's how you know it's a real transitional. That Omega logo is an applied metal logo. It's not painted on there. It's not painted on there. And the whole thing about these is that these dials were designed for the 321. So here's the reasoning. Here's the explanation. These dials were designed for the 321. The 321 wait, I'm sorry. I'm twisting myself around. They put to put these logos on, they have to make a modification to the pin to put it on. Okay? They had to make a modification to the pin to put that applied logo on. Okay? So at some point they decided, man, we're not going to do that anymore. Let's just paint the damn thing on there so that we can use all the pieces we have on in inventory without scrapping them and modifying them. Let's just paint them on there. So they ditched the idea of modifying that applied logo to apply it to every watch. And so you have X number of these, which is very limited. You have a very limited number of these watches that have this hand modified logo installed onto the watch. So go and look at any transitionals you find or see advertised and look at the logo, and you're going to see it's painted. And now you're going to know why. And now you're going to understand that if you see one with the shiny metal applied logo, now you're going to know that that is the special transitional and not the others. You see, this is the transitional, not all the others. The transitional is the one that had to be modified in its making before the painted mass-produced version came out. The transitional is the micro-produced quantity of all these reference numbers. And in my opinion, makes this watch more rare than the older 321, and in my opinion, much more valuable than the older 321. And in my opinion, what I'm saying, the watch community at one point, I can't be, look, I identified all of this through, somebody help me out. I don't remember the name of that watch magazine. Okay, so this isn't all just, like Rich discovered it. However, I'm bringing it to light that it in fact is what it is, and nobody is paying attention to it and is calling the wrong things without knowing what they're talking about. And so I have a video, which maybe later I'll post a link up here for it. And I have an entire video on the entire subject where I go over it all in detail, the articles and everything. So it's pretty good. So this is a special watch to me. And I've decided, like I told the guy at the Omega Boutique, I'm interested in building a Speedmaster collection. So now I have two. I have two. I have a very, very special, and I want them to all be special Omega Speedmasters too. I don't want to just get any Speedmaster. So I have one that I feel is quite special indeed, right? Being a transitional. And then of course the 50th anniversary. So I feel like, bang, I got a 2-banger Omega Speedmaster collection to boot. And what's the third one that's coming into play here? What's the third one? The third Speedmaster that's on order, that's been on order for 2.5 years because I ordered it on the same day this one was purchased. let me close the door so that we don't hear that gardener. Hold on. Okay, so oh yeah, the Ed White. I'm getting the Ed White. So I ordered the Ed White at the same time that I made the payment for this one. And he had told me that, you know, everybody's got to put a deposit on that Ed White, just like you did on your, you paid your Snoopy in full. But I said, okay, no problem. I'll leave a deposit. And he said, oh, no, I'm not asking you for a deposit. I'm just telling you that usually that's how it is. But because you paid your Snoopy in full and you have an existing order with us for that Snoopy and you're buying that today, he said, I'm going to put you down for the Ed White without, you know, you having to put a deposit on it. So, so I am indeed on the wait list already 2.5 years now on the Ed White. But you want to hear something interesting that he told me? He said, you think you waited a long time for this? You're going to be waiting a long time for that Ed White, because in all the time since you have been here with the 2.5 years, he said, I've only had one Ed White watch come into this boutique. I've only touched it one time. I couldn't believe that. So, so who knows if and when it will ever show up. And he said that is truly a special watch. He said if one can appreciate, admire, and be in love with this 50th anniversary Snoopy, he said when you see that Ed White, he said, Rich, it's gonna blow you away. It's beyond. He just said it's incredible. It's incredible. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen one of those Ed Whites in person. But if you can chime in, that'd be kind of cool. Yes, the bracelet. Thank you. That is original proper bracelet. As you know, I bought this watch. I think from a place in Florida, if I remember correctly, through Amazon. I found them, and then, but it didn't come with the bracelet. I had to locate the bracelet on my own, and that's a 19. It's stamped back here. $1039 bracelet, dated March 1971. 1971. So that's the only thing, is the bracelet doesn't match. The year of the bracelet doesn't match the year of the watch, but hey, you know, you can't have everything. It was very difficult to locate a 1039 bracelet in this good a condition. Most of them were destroyed, and I got to tell you, these things look very delicate. They're not as robust as you would think, you know. And I paid $2,000 for the bracelet alone. $2,000 on the Rolex forum for that bracelet alone. Chronograph, which is my favorite chronograph out of the two? I don't know. You know, I'm gonna say, when I'm using the chronograph, I
when I'm using the chronograph, I enjoy using this one a bit more when I use this one than the Rolex. I don't know if it's because of the vintage feel. It might have to do with the legibility, to be honest. The legibility on the Daytona is a little difficult for timing, you know, whereas on here it's a little bit more clear. The sticks are a lot more clear than on the Daytona. Even at a bad angle and bad light and bad camera, you could see the Daytona hands are way more profound with the white. So I think as far as chronographs go, boy, they're probably both equal in quality, design. The Rolex is probably more robust and resilient to sporting adventure and things like this, and it's also waterproof, right? Whereas these Speedmasters are not waterproof, are they? So they have their differences. Although what's interesting now is that both my Speedmasters, and including the Ed White, if I get the Ed White, they're all manual wind. Isn't that interesting? But I'll tell you what, having the two Speedmasters now really kind of gets me fired up to wanting the trilogy of Speedmasters. My trilogy being this transitional, a 50th anniversary, and an Ed White. I mean, what a great collector combo trilogy is that for a Speedmaster, isn't it? A true transitional, a 50th anniversary, and a classic Ed White redesigned, right? You know. Hey, what's going on, Mason? Thank you. Oh, I see. That he did tell you're a Rolex guy too. Everybody, William is a Rolex guy, so and he has a good history with his AD, a good rapport with his AD. So 9 months he waited after leaving a deposit and had to pay the price increase. So it's funny because that's what my boutique guy told me too here at Omega yesterday. Because, you know, of course I argued it, you know, and I asked him, is there anybody I can plea with to regarding that increase? Is there any way I can, you know, we can shy away from it, anything at all we can do? But ultimately I paid it, and he did, but he told me, he said Rolex does the same thing. He says if you leave a deposit, Rolex would have done the same thing to you. Their annual price increases, they'll hit you with them. So I guess it is what it is, you know. For those of you out there, you know, don't lose your watch by getting upset. You know, don't turn the watch away just because they're making you pay the price increase. We all have to do it. I guess it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, Aaron's work is exceptional. Oh, did you get a Stingray? Oh, that's the perfect one for the Panerai. Black with the blue spots, right? I think it's black with the blue spots. Yeah. It's unbelievable. You know, I want that strap, that same strap that you have. I want that for my Batman. Wouldn't that look good on the Batman, Thomas? Man, you picked the best strap for that Panerai, Thomas. That Stingray strap. You called it. That best strap to have picked for that Panerai. How perfect. And to be honest, it almost makes you want to buy a Panerai because it goes so well with the Stingray strap. It's like Submariner, Stingray. You know, the Submariner watch would be good for the Stingray strap too. You know? for sure. What's up, Louie? How's it going, buddy? Clam Walker, what's up, partner? Haha, you got the big shell. How come you changed it from Clam Walker? Hey, thank you. Yeah, I hope your boy's doing well. How's your boy doing? I see him on the Instagram once in a while. I always throw a like or say something. Oh, really? The bracelet on the Ed White is based on the original bracelet I have on this transitional. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. You know, I wonder if I could have just bought one of the newer bracelets and put it on this one. But at the same time, you probably don't want a brand new shiny bracelet on an old vintage watch, right? You want to probably have a period specific bracelet on it so it's all scratched up and looks like it too, right? But yeah, it is a nice bracelet. I like it. You know, that's interesting. So you made me think now, because I'm going to be ordering the steel bracelet for my Snoopy. I want to get the bracelet for the Snoopy, but I never considered that they might have a lot of different options that would work, like that one you're mentioning right here and now. So that's something, thank you. That's something I definitely need to explore. Are there any, what are all of the bracelets that would fit on that Snoopy, including the Ed White bracelet? Can I order that? So the bracelet he had in mind, which is probably the one that everybody has on their Instagram pictures and stuff, the steel bracelet for the Speedmaster, he said it's about $700, I think. Which I'm glad that's not so bad, to be honest. $700, to be honest, that's cheap. I hope he didn't mean to say $1,700, but I'm pretty sure he said 700. So yeah, right. Definitely, Thomas. What a killer collection, right? Mason says the Speedy was designed from the outset with legibility in mind, especially the Moonwatch variants. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why it was selected as the watch to take up in space, huh? Or outer Earth orbit, or whatever the hell they want to call it, or whoever you want to believe. You got the Ed White in April. Oh man, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. You got them the opposite. That's the better way to go. Oh man, that's the better way to go. Ooh, you got the harder one to get first. How did that happen? Well, I guess somebody's got to get it. You must have one hell of a rapport with your AD there. Or, it was just your time, just like for me with my Snoopy too. That's awesome, man. So is he right? I mean, that watch is just beyond amazing, and it's got to be a fabulous collector piece. It's got to be. Is the reduced Too small? What do you mean, they're reduced? I'm not sure what you mean. They're reduced. Oh, what's up? Cool. Yeah, my wife and kids went to go do something with her family for a couple hours, and I got this last night. I said, you know what, I better go on there and do a live stream before they cancel my live stream ability, because they do that. They did that last time. You know, the last time I disappeared for a few months, they demonetized me. But not only did they do that, they took away my ability to live stream. And so I don't remember what I had to do. I had to make a plea or an appeal or some shit to get the live stream capability back. I couldn't. I mean, what the hell, you know? So and now, you know, hardly anybody watches this anymore, because I mean, we went from 180 viewers live to whatever it is, a dozen now. We used to be at 180 viewers on every show. But and it was a lot of fun too. I miss having that with all the content and all the guests that we used to have. It was a lot of fun. But man, I got to tell you, it's just, you know, my back. I can't do it, man. And it makes it difficult to talk to people when you're in when you're not feeling, when it is what it is. It's difficult. You kind of want to be short and not sweet and get your conversation done and over and go lay down. It's kind of how it is. It's kind of a bummer. But you know, everybody's got their struggles, right? So yeah, the box is really nice. Check this out. So we've got box is really nice. And in case you didn't know, which I didn't know, nobody's ever showed us this in any of the videos. This strap, this comes off. You see, it's Velcro. The patch comes off, so you can wear it on your flight jacket if you're a nerdy nerd. You want to geek out, you can take this patch off and wear it. So this is like the little this is what carried their little air breathing. This was their air breathing apparatus or something they carried into the spacecraft. What's that say? What would you do to save your butt in 14 seconds? It's a beautiful presentation case. It really is. Look at. I haven't even opened it here to see what's inside. So the what goes in here that I don't have? The cloth? No, here's the cloth. Was there something that goes in here? What goes in here? Do I already have it out? I'm gonna have to ask Bud the Stud what goes in here. Anybody know what goes in here? Am I missing something? Looks like something's missing, huh? You see that? Something goes here. Just like a buckle.
got the original strap right here. The original strap, which I don't think I'm ever going to wear. So this strap's going to always stay mint and just stay in the box. Looks like I got to call the Omega guy and find out what goes in that little section there. The loop goes in here, so I know that's not for the loop. Let me ask Bud the stud what goes in there. Bud's got the same thing, so he should know. Okay, we'll find out soon enough. Bud's going to let us know. Oh, that's bright. Where are we at now in the chat? Oh, he hit me back. Oh, he doesn't remember what goes there. It's been a long time since he's opened the box. Oh, you got lucky. I mean, you know what? You got lucky just like me then, because I wasn't an established customer. You know, so here's what happened basically, how I met the boutique guy in there and how I got sort of like this with him. I walked in with remember I had that solid gold Constellation. It's like a $35,000 solid gold watch, right? And I went in there to have it adjusted. And that guy was really impressed that I had that watch. And he's like, oh shit, you really love Omega. And so he put me down on his client list. And the next time I went in, I said, hey, I know I haven't bought anything here, but you think I could get the Snoopy? And he said, no problem. I got it for you, but you have to prepay for it. And shit, I just did it right then and there. And that's how it happened. So same story like me, I suppose. You know what? I'm going to call him right now. Let me call him right now and ask. Oh, I got his cell and he's at work. Let me shoot him a picture and ask him. Let me turn the light on and send him a picture. I'm going to get it straight from the horse's mouth now. There's something definitely missing. They're not gonna make an empty spot. They owe me something. Okay. Let's see what else. Jay, dude, long time. How's it going? Oh, you're welcome. And then other than that, it comes with so I suppose this is I haven't even opened it. There's that cloth. And it comes with a giant thick ass book. Why would it have such a thick operating manual? Is this a car? Maybe because it's in 20 languages. And then that's it. That's all it comes with. Well, that's kind of pissing me off that there's something might be missing. Why the fuck would there be something missing in there, huh? Maybe. You might be right about that. But doesn't that seem odd though that it doesn't seem right that it would just be an empty thing there though, Thomas. You know? Let's see what he says. He'll hit me back as soon as he's done, probably with a customer or something. Yeah, serious watch talk back in the day, right? I know. And I mean, man, we hit as far as talking about market prices too, because I mean, we talked about everything, but we always talked about, watch trends, what watches are popular, which ones to look out for to collect, which ones we always talked about which ones we felt would go up in value. And we were right about all of them. We were from everybody I know in the watch community that does YouTube channels, I was the only one that was spot on when it came to the watch market and its peak in April and calling it literally, 8 months in advance. But we had a lot of fun for sure. Well, maybe there's still more fun times to come. Yeah, I think you're right. It could be for a NATO strap. So let's see what he tells me. Kind of hoping he responds before I end the program. So now the next thing. I mean, we're waiting for the Ed White. I know I don't need to have any funds allocated for that anytime soon. That's going to be a long wait. Oh, they also gave me this. They gave me this. This was what was in the box. An Omega watch case. Which this is kind of nice, I guess. To carry some watches and stuff in, I guess. I mean, it's not something I'll likely ever use, but maybe I can sell it. So next watch is we're waiting. So we got one of them. Ed White. It's going to be a long wait for that. I really think the Havana will be the next thing to get called in on. The FPJourne Havana. Man, and I'll tell you what, that's going to be something quite special. The Havana is going to be something quite special. Oh, here we go. Let's see if this is a. Oh, so he said it's nothing. He said it's a carrying case. He said pull it out. So you lift it and the whole thing comes out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, check this out. So so there you go. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Portable travel case. Inside a box within a box. What a trip. And then your oh, look, your cards go in here. Look. So everything came sealed. He gave it to me sealed. I could have turned this puppy around and flipped it to European Watch Company, man. But we didn't do it. We didn't. How many cards do I get? What the hell? Am I playing poker? What the fuck? Oh, this is something the dealer is supposed to do, huh? They're supposed to put all this shit together, dude. They're like supposed to open it. They didn't open it. They like gave it to me all sealed. Look. You guys are probably flipping out right now. Probably saying, holy shit. The dude had a sealed fucking Snoopy 50th and he opened it. You guys are probably tripping. Because you know that probably added $5,000 of value to the watch. It's okay. I'll leave everything like this. I'm wearing it. I ain't selling it. I'll only sell this if I need to buy my kids a home one day or something like that. And I can't afford to help them. I'll help them. Man, freaking alarm company needs to come maintain my alarm. Hold on. Not ready to arm. Okay, so that's cool. The cards go in here. Oh, I didn't do that right, did I? Like that. Throw them all in there. Like that. See all the cards go in there? And that way you can pull the little string here and they all come out underneath. So we got that. We got the eye loop. Is that where that went? No. Anyway. Okay, well, we got an answer. Now we learned something. That's cool. Very cool. So the FPJourne, yeah, that's the next watch that's coming. That I anticipate coming. And the FPJourne Havana. Okay. Now I'll tell you what. You never know. The Havana's got to come before the blue, right? The blue was ordered. Do I have the paperwork for the blue? I don't know where that went. But the blue was ordered, I think, in 2018. 2018, I think. Or it might have been 2019 as well. No, I think it was 2018. The Chronometre Blue was ordered in 2018. So that's going to be 5 years. It's been 5 years. So I think I got another 4 years left to go on the Chronometre Blue before I get that. So that being the case, I think that I'll get the Havana before that. Yeah, it's a very cool case. I mean, you know, when do you ever touch the case, though? Once you pull the watch out, you're never going to look at the case again. But you know, Omega. But that being said, who makes the nice watch cases? Omega does. Omega really does make the nicest watch boxes overall. I mean, yeah, you've got Patek Philippe that make their nice wood box and everything. Those are nice. But Omega really does do a nice job on every box, really on every box. They're all high quality. And I remember the box on my all gold Constellation was nicer than a Patek Philippe box. Okay, I think I'm going to call it a show. Thank you guys for joining. It was a lot of fun talking about watches with you guys, and sharing my new Snoopy acquisition with you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty much steady the way it is. I think we're gonna just basically see the same stuff. I mean, we like what's out there right now. So, you know, I think it's just becoming a little bit more refined. You know, after the whole COVID fiasco, we lost a lot of watchmakers. People lost a lot of capital, their businesses and things, and a lot of places people retired and things like this. The independents certainly struggled. I mean, the ones that survived are very lucky to have survived, and they're also very lucky that the watch market somewhat survived. Because when you want to compare other industries and such, the watch industry really fared pretty well. It's really surprising that all of the watches are still above retail, to be honest. So we'll see what happens. I mean, the independents it's expensive, Thomas. I mean, what's the least expensive independent you can get? You know? I mean, gosh, is it FPJourne? Or is it like a Harbor? How do you say their name? Harbor, that might be the one. Harboring, is that them? That might be the Harboring. That might be the best, least expensive entry into an independent, right? Harboring. Yeah. Yeah, the fourth is the Chronometre Blue. That's and they've told me, baby, that's 100%. That's 100% on the books for you. We don't play games. That's 100% on the books. So yeah. I told my wife, I said, when I said, if I'm gone and you need money for the youngest one to go to college, you're going to take that Chronometre Blue and that Havana to the auction block. That's what you'll do. The auction block. Those are going to be auction house watches, both of them, including the Havana. I really do think so. I think at some point, all of the FPJourne watches made up to a certain point, and I hate to be morbid about this, but maybe up until his, death one day, God bless him, and hope he, is alive a long time. But I'm just saying that, there might be some. That's a fundamental thing to happen if when and it comes and when and it does. And in the watch community, waits are a long time. I mean, man, they're making me wait 10 years for this watch. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at. A lot of things happen in 10 years. People die in 10 years. Hell, I might not be around. You never know what happens. Shit. So. The Moser. Yeah, I haven't heard Moser in a while now. I kind of do regret not getting an H Moser from Turno at the time they discontinued carrying that brand. I mean, they had them all. They had a couple of the good ones, the Infinity Blacks or whatever they're called, the Vantage Moons or whatever they are. They had a couple of really good ones. And they were 50-60% off, 50 to 60% off. And I didn't do it. I wasn't quite, I don't know. Didn't do it. I don't know how those watches fared as far as market value goes and stuff. Would it have been a good pickup at 50% off when Turno was dumping them just to get rid of the last dozen they had there on the shelf? They literally had like maybe 6 on the shelf. And how you have that consideration. So I went back one more time just to go look at them again, and the like really good one, the moon one or the black one or whatever it is, that one was already gone. Somebody swooped up on it. So yeah, great to see you too. All right, ladies and gents, I'm out. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and enjoy your watches. Give me a thumbs up, a like, and join us on the next stream. Take care.